host, Duncannuva, and welcome to Fallout 4, and I'm playing Fallout 4 today, because I'm basically sick and tired of other games. We are playing as a new character, because unfortunately the character I was working on, the data became corrupted, and just a whole bunch of crap.
This is one of our most advanced facilities. Our home.
So, yep. And it has been a while since I've actually streamed on YouTube itself. And that's just down to YouTube itself being a bastard. Because, well, I will explain, that. So basically, first of all, I owe everybody an apology here on YouTube. I haven't been active.
Step in here and put your vault suit on.
Who's my little guy, huh? I'm not going far. I'll just be...
As I said, the problem is unfortunately YouTube itself being YouTube, I haven't been able to do anything. Hey, welcome to the stream.
Before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
As I was saying.
Resident secure.
For those of you who don't know, every time I've actually streamed something on YouTube, especially, War Thunder, I would get a copyright claim within a couple of hours of that video going live, and it really pissed me off. It was basically like, we are adamant that you were using music that you have no access to on a stream where one of the things that are disabled is my music, and it really pissed me off about War Thunder, because it would be adamant that I'd be using music that I wasn't using. You know, all this crap. And then, you know, it was pissing me off. So I basically was like, fuck this. And then, for those of you who don't know, YouTube are updating their content, where basically, if they don't like your channel, they will delete it. And for me, that's depressing, because if I'm looked at by YouTube and they see like some of my videos, they're gonna be like, I don't like this guy's YouTube video. If that happens, I'm not coming back to YouTube. I'm done. I'm 100% done. Yeah, I will probably do. Anyway, so I thought I'd update what's been happening in my life. At this point, I've actually had a pretty shitty 2019. My grandfather unfortunately passed away earlier this year, so I took a lot. I took a lot of time off from that. We had a shooting here. I've moved house yet again. I'm actually in the new house, and I'm actually thoroughly enjoying it. Welcome to the stream. I've had a whole bunch of other shit happen. I've got my own new 2DX Twitch. It'll fit Liz here. So. Really? Nice. I saw Jojo Rabbit the other day, and I'm like, I have a friend. He lives in Germany, and he saw the film when it first came out. Hey, welcome, Rob, too, by the way. So thank you for tuning in. I'm just going to talk a bit about Jojo Rabbit for a bit. What my friend said it was, actually, because he went and saw it, and to him, it was the mixture of German history and Kiwi humour, because Taika did an amazing job, as Zafira, and, yeah, so, god damn, I hate Voltic, like, and then, of course, everybody knows what's happened to Fallout 76. They've introduced a paid subscription thing, where, hey, if you give money of upwards to $100 for it, you can get yourself a whole bunch of stuff, you know, like, you know, when they said that, oh, hey, paid, you know, private services are gonna come, nobody expected them to be behind a paywall. Oh, shit. You know, I don't really care, to be honest. I've not really touched Fallout 76 in a while. I did the deal, like its first free DLC the other day, ages back. Once you've completed it, there's really no point in playing it, because unfortunately, 76 suffers this quite badly. It's rod. I don't really care. I'm not forcing people to stay. As I was saying, the problem I have with 76 is the problem I have with a lot of other RPGs is that they lose their focus very quickly. You've got fuck me. Why would you die? You've got Outer Worlds, which is the newest one. Took a look at some of the gameplay, and yeah, I'm not probably gonna play it at the moment. I'm gonna probably wait a while, because it's essentially Fallout New Vegas, but in space, and I dislike New Vegas quite a bit. And I am going to talk a bit about that. At the moment is a bit about Fallout 76. Oh, well, Fallout thing. Now, one thing I will say is Fallout 76 has had probably one of the worst launches of a video game. No, there was blatantly no communication between people and staff. There were things that were cut and removed from the game. I'm not talking about the NPCs. I'm talking about general things that were needed there. They released the beta far too late. As to be any use. And all of this is you can actually point the finger in ZeniMax, not Bethesda or Todd Howard, or somebody else in Bethesda, who basically is like, yeah, we're no longer going to be catering to the players anymore. Fuck the players. We're going to be monetizing the fuck out of them. And you can clearly see, like, whenever Todd Howard is asked to talk about it, like, he is just not happy with how it went. Does this mean that Bethesda is dead? No. Does this mean that Bethesda's next installments are going to be shit? No. Whatever the hell they do for Fallout 5 and for Fallout and for the Elder Scrolls 7 or 6, I'm looking forward to, because I've always been a huge fan of the Elder Scrolls, but this is exactly what players did with ESO. As well as something I'd like to mention, is they bitch, moan, and complain like, oh, ESO's gonna ruin it. But again, the difference between ESO and Fallout 76 is ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, was released by ZeniMax and had nothing to do with Bethesda. Later, and Fallout 76 was created by Bethesda. Do I think Outer Worlds is a good Fallout game? It's not a Fallout game. Blatantly put it simple, it's not a Fallout game. And if anybody sees it as a Fallout game, they can fuck right off, because it's not. I actually have gotten into an argument over Outer Worlds, and I've said, it's not a fucking Fallout game. Stop posting it here. And they're adamant that, oh yeah it is, it's made by Obsidian. Just because it's made by fucking Obsidian doesn't mean it's a fucking Fallout game. By that damaged logic, so would, the Elder Scrolls. Where is it? There. You know, it's like, oh hey, by that logic, the Elder Scrolls is a Fallout game. Any other Bethesda's licensed games, or even Ed or ZeniMax, are a Fallout game by that logic. No, it's not. My major problems with Fallout 76, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas, for those of you who don't know, takes place between Fallouts 3 and 4, are the two better games in my opinion. You play as a hell-bent mailman to kill the person in your thing, who has shot you in the head and left you to die. Oh. Huh? Anything else?
Damn it, Rod.
Yeah, no. He's not there anymore, unfortunately. I don't know, why not? You know, it gets boring being dead.
Yes. I get that, bro. But why?
Why not? Not wrong thing. But anyway, like I was saying, Fallout 76. Not Fallout 76. Fallout New Vegas. I have to argue, did things very, very shit. One of the things that I really disliked about Fallout New Vegas was the fact that it had a really good story at the beginning. You were looking for the man who shot you in the head. And you found him. And you've killed him. Hey, we've got some factions that you can join, or, you know, you can do it stuff yourself. Here's some DLC, you know, go nuts, you know, and then the game ends. Well, fuck you, Obsidian. I want to know whoever the fuck decided that shit. Was like, yeah, we're gonna end the game after the major quest point. Nothing's coming after it, nothing's happening before it. Bada bing, bada boom. That's that. DLC. Ugh. Welcome to Ripping into Fallout New Vegas with Duncannuva. Alright, so first of all, we've got, we'll go chronologically. We've got Dead Money. Dead Money, for those of you who don't know, is...
Chronologically would be Old World Blue.
Was that released first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then, thank you. Old World Blue.
Part of it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going by the way of DLC late released. I don't know. I always thought Dead Money was before. Thank you for that, though. But anyway, as I was saying, well, we'll go with what I was saying first. So, Dead Money. Dead Money is the, for those of you who don't know, the video game is where you, the mailman, the courier, gets a random ass distress call. You're like, I'm gonna investigate this shit. You go and investigate it in an abandoned Brotherhood of Steel bunker. After investigating it, you are knocked out by some gas and taken to the Sierra Madre in New Mexico. Well, in Mexico. It is there. Where you are forced into service by Father Elijah, the former leader of the New Vegas chapter. We'll do that in a moment. Alongside a ghoul who's a bit of a bastard, a unfortunately quite badly damaged woman from who was sent there to kill Father Elijah, and a ghoul and a nightkin with so advanced schizophrenia that you end up merging both personalities into one.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
You also have to fight the denizens, who can't exactly still die.
He's... Sean's been kidnapped.
No.
Doesn't matter how long it's been.
Yeah, you've got to destroy their limbs.
Food.
And yeah, that's it. First of all, the DLC's a bitch, because it's about as useful as tits on a ball.
Second to last of the DLCs
Here you are, Mum.
game order.
I've been thinking.
Codsworth. Codsworth?
Anyway, as I was saying, and then basically you're there, you know, you've got this cloud that will kill you
Shall we, sir?
Alright.
and whatnot, and then after you've done all that, you're able to go to and fro the Sierra Madre. No, you're not.
Nope.
No.
As soon as you exit the gate,
Yeah, you can't go back. After you've completed that, you can't go back to the one place, so if you missed all the gold bars, you're fucked. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a lifelong lesson there to let go of all the riches, you know, to make you...
Go, you greed.
Yep.
Or else
Talking. Yeah, just run off to your room, thank you. And then that's it, that's all of, that is literally all of Dead Money. You've essentially got the living dead who can't die. You've got, you know, you're fighting in a piece of shit place, and it's about a lesson, so yada fucking yada. The next one is the Caravan DLC, the one where you team up with the thing.
I do believe found you.
in which you are going to Zion, a caravan.
Not even in the box away.
Codsworth.
Oh, Sir and young Sean. They are.
It's alright,
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
but it's really kind of just pointless. I mean, it's just there. And then, I mean, you can go back and forth between Zion and, of course, New Vegas, but, yeah, there's really no point, and it just gets kind of mute after a while. Then you've got Old World Blues, the DLC that introduced Old World Tech, and is technically the first DLC in the series. I honestly don't give a shit, because unfortunately, I found Old World Blues to be basically, where do I go? How do I say this? Old World Blues was like, basically, we're gonna shove a bunch of things in here, and it's gonna be awesome, because, you know, everybody's gonna love it, and it's not. Old World Blues basically shoves you into the location of where some of the best minds of the America has been kept in there since the Great War. It's also visited by some other people. Unfortunately for a lot of bands, Old World Blues would be a piece of shit, as you'd have to do testing, and you didn't really get much out of it. Old World Blues kind of just was boring. Then you've got Lonesome Road, and as people would be fooled by it, Lonesome Road is not the last set after the main quest. Oh, no. It's set before it, and this is what pisses me off. Lonesome Road basically has you confront the man. That's right. You fight the other Courier 6, a former legate, who has been to all the places you have been many years before. So you're probably wondering why I have a problem with this. Well, it's just as I said. You don't start it after you've done everything. Oh no, you do it all before then. Before the Battle of Hoover Dam. Fuck the Battle of Hoover Dam. The whole way that Obsidian Entertainment executed Fallout New Vegas was shit. We are going to do things that really would piss you off. I mean, Fallout 3 did end after it, but Bethesda released a DLC, Broken Steel, to basically say, hey, you can keep playing. Obsidian, no, fuck off. If you want to have a, the ability to do a DLC, any of this, you've got to do it all before the Battle of Hoover Dam. Fuck the Battle of Hoover Dam. A lot of people like me often just go through a video game like New Vegas, get the main quest over and done with, and then do all the other DLC after the main quest, so that way we don't have to worry about it. Nope. Some bastard in Obsidian thought, oh hey, I got a good idea. Let's end it after the main quest and then do nothing about it. To you, you are owed a punch in the dick. And I will hate you for the rest of my life. I know it doesn't mean much, but, like, it really pisses me off that, like, you've got a game like New Vegas. I think that is it. So essentially, to just briefly go over it, Fallout New Vegas. Really good beginning part. The second story is just meh. Second part is just meh. The DLCs are just boring, useless, and actually just not even fun at all. But they didn't need to be there. The only way to get any decent fun out of that game is, of course, by mods. And if you play it on Xbox 360 or on PlayStation 3, you can forget about mods. Because that's one thing they didn't add in. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can't play Fallout New Vegas on... You can play it on your consoles, but you can't do anything with it. Why is that? Because Obsidian Entertainment never thought... because this game was going to be released on a game on the platforms such as Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, to think about, oh, hang on a minute, people would actually fucking enjoy this game if we didn't end it after the main fucking quest. But no. So my major problem with Obsidian Entertainment is the fact that they don't think. The games are boring and bland and actually just quite... they're a lot more buggy and glitchy. So because of it, I will not be playing for Obsidian Entertainment's newest release, because it's a piece of shit. It is trying to be something it is clearly not. It is about as useful as tits on a ball, and there's no point in playing a game in which I'm going to probably get bored of within the first 20 minutes. See, that's the difference between Fallout 76 and Fallout and Obsidian Entertainment's Outer Worlds. Fallout 76, in the first 20 minutes, didn't bore the fuck out of me. No, I could keep going and going and going, you know, and I wouldn't be able to experience. I would still not be able to experience. I have played Fallout 3 recently. I have not 100%ed that game yet. I've 100%ed New Vegas 5 times. And I get bored of New Vegas every time somebody mentions it. Because it's exactly the same shit. And everybody, you know, goes, oh, man, Fallout New Vegas is good. Are we playing the same Fallout here? Because, lad, I can tell you this now. We are not. So, in conclusion, if you want to play Fallout New Vegas, go ahead. Just don't bitch about it. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I love that. I love that. But as I'm saying, you do, you know, cool story, Duncan. No one cares. Yeah, I know. But some people do, and some people need to be reminded that not everybody enjoys the shit that is Obsidian Entertainment. I don't think they are the shit. I don't think they're anywhere near good. I've looked at a lot of their content in the past, and I have just been unimpressed with it. I just know. I'm just like, no. You do not interest me. So first of all, we are going to work around, getting Sanctuary all up and dandy for, when people arrive for stuff and things. Why? We will activate our stand. Propane and propane accessories. But yeah, I do want to mention something in a moment. We are at the moment going to shove into here all of our weapons. Internet connection is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. Yeah, it is. There's no update for it, and I'm not playing online. And there aren't any updates in the background. Ignore that. That's just something that my console likes to do occasionally. So if my stream cuts out, it's basically because of that. And we've only been streaming for 24 minutes. Anyway, get back to recent events of the world. Greta Thunberg, holy shit. Now there's a character I am actually quite impressed about. I'm impressed with her because she's actually doing something a lot of people, you know, bitch about online, like no one's standing up for it. She is. You know, she's basically decided enough is enough. We need to start seriously doing something. Because if we don't, well, we're going to be fucked in the long run. And I agree with her. If we don't seriously start taking, this whole, you know, oh hey, we've all got one planet. There is no Earth 2, there is no ability to locate another planet. And the one thing I've seen a lot of people, you know, bitch, moan, and complain about with this young lady, is the fact that, you know, she's from Sweden. And there are people in Sweden who don't like her, like, but here's the thing though, you don't like her because she's right. You don't like her because the moment things start to change, everything you know goes down the shitter. Well, I'm from New Zealand. I have got one sad thing to say. Thanks to people over in the US and all the other fun countries, I have to deal with your shit. What's that? Well, you see, I didn't always have to, you know, worry about my future, especially with, stuff like that. Because I'm in a country that basically is in the arse end of the world. That shouldn't have to worry about things. And that has been for years very, very clean. We don't have nuclear energy. We don't need to worry about nuclear explosions. We don't have problems with pollution. I mean, yeah, we do, because our farmers seem to don't get the fucking thing across. Like, oh, hey. You know, we don't have, problems with feeding everything. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start working our way from this side of this sanctuary to back, and we'll scrap everything we can, and then we'll start putting up a wall. So yeah, as I'm saying, I'm basically going to rip into stuff like that. I don't have to worry about, you know, stuff like pollution and a whole bunch of other crap. I mean, I do. New Zealand's, by the way, I'm not saying that New Zealand's clean. It's not. I mean, fuck no, it's not. We've got a major problem with water pollution because farmers keep using it as our waterways as a run-in. Wish they wouldn't, and I wish they'd fuck off, but that's just me. I'm the only one who sees the farmers as a bit of an insult. You know, well, we need more land, so let's rip up native forestry, or let's rip up native areas to give ourselves a new paddock. Ugh, really does annoy me, like, when farmers get bitchy about stuff that they've ruined, like, oh, hey, stuff like that. But getting back on the climate change, like, seriously, like, if you seriously fuck with climate change, you are gonna wish you hadn't, because having the next crop planted is gonna be the least of your worries. And Australia is currently burning down. So yeah, anyway. I think it's enough being political, really, to be honest. And it does get boring, you know, ranting on about, like, politics and shit like that. And it's kind of at this point beating a dead horse. I mean, there's no need for it and nobody gives a shit. Anyway, on to the next bit of fun I had planned. On to the next bit of a thing I've had planned. Yeah, if you want to see me more active, I am actually more active over on Twitch. I stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. About 9 PM New Zealand time. I stream a lot of games I can't stream here over YouTube, and I even stream things from the Xbox One. My mate brought an Xbox One the other week, well, a while ago, and I have been kicking the hell out of that. I've been playing games like Minecraft, of which I have managed to get some of my old Minecraft worlds up. Including the build world, of which I've got to fix a few things. You'll be able to see a lot more awesome fun over on there. I'm joined by a lot of other awesome streamers. I've got people over on Twitch. It is at Duncannuva Gaming over on Twitch, and I do a lot of fun. And I did a giveaway recently, of which I gave away a Zvezda M1A1 Abrams. I am going to be this week, probably Thursday, so in 2 days' time. I'll be going and purchasing it, and I'll be sending it away within possibly the next few weeks. Because the thing about, like, if I do a giveaway, I've got to make sure I can do it, and then I've got to go add up all the costs, which is going to be fun because that's going to require money. I'm going to probably have to start in the near future a Patreon. Because I do want to try to start affording things like a new computer, a whole bunch of other stuff, mainly because at the moment, my current computer is just a shitty old laptop, and every time I use it, it ends up becoming the next fucking train locomotive. Hey, welcome to the stream! A train locomotive. I'm just bitching about computer problems at the moment while I play Fallout 4 and as a new character. Whew. Tire, why have you done this? And I don't, as because this is a new character, I don't have Aqua Girl. Good perk that. Yeah, so content I've got coming in the near future, not too much, unfortunately. Mainly because at the moment, YouTube is doing its best to cuck a lot of younger, smaller channels like myself, basically to force them off the platform. And if they do that, then it's basically just like, oh, hey, I'm not going to even bother making YouTube videos. So that'll probably be why I start the Patreon. Because we do need to have it. Get 3 of these going at the moment, so that's 2 power. What will we need? Generators, 5. We can't build that because we don't have enough. So we'll get 2 of these. There we go. Get them to start producing some water. Because we are going to need water and stuff like that. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 4 with Duncannuva. I know which Fallout I'm playing. I'm not playing for New Vegas. I'm probably not going to stream New Vegas. That would involve me having to go buy a few things first. Mainly alcohol, because if I'm gonna play New Vegas, I'm gonna get I'm not gonna do it drunk. I'm not gonna do it sober. I can't. I want to have a bit of fun, with that game. Do it drunk. Do a drunk playthrough on Fallout New Vegas. If I do alive, I do alive. Hey, welcome to the stream. It's a feature. Hey, Spare-Time 247. How you doing? Oh, Space Fan. Yeah, Space Fan. Ah, yes. Oh, jeez. You missed the fun yesterday. I will fill you in a moment, Space Fan, about that. Oh, jeez. Come. Oh, we've actually had to go and ban someone else on the Herbert server, Space Fan. We had, if you remember Fictional Character, right? Oh, someone's attacking me. Not this, not this, not this. I'll shoot you. I know the banning and the retard. Yeah, yeah, she basically, apparently, from what I understood, is I gave her a warning, gave them a warning about, using retard. I'm like, how about you don't use that language? And apparently I got called a retard. I didn't know because I was actually in a film at the time. I was watching a film. I was watching Jojo Rabbit. Good film. And I came out and she got banned. I was just like, eh? What happened? And then I read the description. How about you don't call someone a retard? Like, I went and found out, like, what the hell happened. And I was like, did they call me a retard? I'm thinking to myself, moron. Oh, jeez. It's just, it's just like, wow. But yeah, more trash is gone. You weren't trash. It was just that you kept, stuffing up. And to be frank, though, you were essentially playing a dangerous game. A dangerous game, you see. And but yeah, so that person's gone. No one's gonna miss them because you know they are a bit of a, yeah, like that. Also, do want to comment on something else. I saw the screenshot. I get it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oof. It's just like nope. Anyway, before I continue on, I'd like to say yesterday and was Remembrance Day in New Zealand. Today is currently the Remembrance Day for the rest of the world, due to time zones and the fact that we're an hour faster. I would personally like to say thank you to anybody who served in the military service. I have done a bit of military, albeit for 4 days, but we did learn quite a bit about the military here in New Zealand, and I have a greater appreciation for those men and women who went and fought and died for our freedoms. And it doesn't just relate all the way here. You know, men and women who fought for all types of people, all types of, you know, for whatever the hell the government was at the time, whether you be fascist or not fascist, communist, and whoever, and if you know, even the Civil War and such. And thank you for your service, and thank you for basically doing the one thing that a lot of people, if they were asked to, probably wouldn't. And yeah. So, thank you. We will remember your sacrifices. And it doesn't matter which war, which military you are, or if you have an argument with one military. Each military has had to do one thing, you know, has had their battles that they are known for. And, yeah, it's just, oof. No, I don't want to pick up the gourds. So, yep. I actually didn't do much on Remembrance Day in New Zealand yesterday. I actually ended up, as I said, I went and saw Jojo Rabbit. Bloody amazing film. Yeah, but yeah. Enjoy yourself, Space Fan. And I'll see you when you get back. Essentially, to summarize the film, no spoilers, is you are in Nazi Germany in 1945 from the eyes of a kid who has got his best friend is an imaginary Hitler. Played by Taika Waititi. Taika. And it is amazing. It's an amazing film. I was hesitant to see it first because unfortunately I'm dealing with a lot of shit in New Zealand at the moment, especially my personal life, that I am actually trying to correct, but at the moment it's a slow process and it's like a million battles. It's my personal battle that I have to get done and get shit focused on and whatnot. Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm just blurbing on at the moment, and I went and saw it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It is good. And Taika, by the way, nails it as Hitler. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff that, I mean, you can't say about a Maori bloke. And the fact that, you know, he nailed, being Hitler is, you know, it's funny. Like, if I did have one complaint about the film, it was the fact that he didn't stay. There's a lot of things that I can complain about with the film, but I'm not going to because, unfortunately, that would be branching into spoiler territory, and I'm not really going to be doing that. Another thing is if you play the video game War Thunder, if you go and do 3 battles with rank 3 vehicles, you will be able to unlock, because it's also 100 years since the Polish independence. 101 years since Poland's independence from Russia, I do believe. No, Germany. Yes, Germany. And you'll be able to get a decal. What I'm probably going to end up doing is doing it with the Germans, because I want to be a troll. I like, some people unlock them with the British. Others unlock them with the French. Me, I unlock them with the Germans. Because, you know, I'm a bit of a dick. I will be fully honest to admit that now. I'm a bit of a troll. I do love being a bit of a troll because if you don't, you know, you don't get anything out of life. Funnily enough. I've got a saying that's actually pissed off a lot of people. If you can't stand back and laugh at yourself, then really what the hell are you doing with your life? Because if you've got the ability to stand back and laugh at yourself for something, then you are going to absolutely have a better life than a lot of people who don't. Because, you know, you just know how to let it go. You know how to go with the flow and have a chill. I may not be able to do it sometimes, but most of the times that's what I do. That's my code. Don't get me started on codes, because I've got a brother of an ex who keeps thinking something. Yes. Scrapping things. I am actually going to be building stuff for Sanctuary. I want to get it done before we get Preston Gravy training and the group in Concord. Because I often find it like really annoying, like coming back and trying to build things. So I'm going to do it now while I'm thinking about it, and while I've got it on my mind. Because there are some stuff I want to build, there is some stuff I don't want to build as well. So yeah. Oh, this is also Tuesday, so middle of the week. Yeah! Oh boy, I sure do love that. I'm looking forward to the next Pokemon games. Pokemon Shield and Sword. And there is a reason for that, because, well, I actually thoroughly enjoy Pokemon. For those of you who don't know, Pokemon Shield and Sword are doing away with a lot of things that made Pokemon, well, that a lot of Pokemon fans basically think are integral to the Pokemon series. They're not happy about that. A recent trend was going around both Europe and, well, both West and the East, and that was FU Game Freak, which has unfortunately gotten to the point where it's so bad that they've actually had to even cancel a event that they did in Japan for the launch of the game because of death threats. And it's gotten to the point where it's just gotten to it's pathetic. It's actually quite pathetic, really. Or to quote Pig Patch from Five Nights at Freddy's, that, oh, not really, it's actually quite pathetic, actually. Yeah, and it's just gotten to the point where it's just making you look like a bit of an ass, a bit of a dick, really, on social media. If you keep saying "if you," because to be frank, Pokemon is Pokemon, and it's not owned by anyone. It's owned by Game Freak, I mean, and Nintendo, so they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. Game Freak is a company. Game Freak are humans as well. You know. Can't really bitch, moan, complain too much about it. I'm not complaining because, really, it's Pokemon. I've got an understanding like, oh, hey, they do what they do. It's their IP, their thing. You know, it's like World of Tanks. If they want to add in Warhammer 40k tanks, anime tanks, or whatever the hell they want to, they can. We can bitch, moan, complain about not liking it, but at the end of the day, we just have to sit there, shut up, and take it, because not our IP. And, you know, bitch, moan, complain. If you don't enjoy it, don't play the fucking thing. You know? But this day and age is just shit. Ah, yes, just what everybody came to watch me do. Scrap things! I mean, this is what 95% of people spend in Fallout 4. Anyway, so let's focus on some awesome shit. I normally do what I normally do, as I talk about random characters of mine, and as of recently, I've been listening to the Her song, and if you don't know it, I seriously recommend you go and watch it. Because I'm not singing it. I can sing it, but oh, no thank you. If you laugh at a hearse, don't you? Yeah, I can't remember it now, I'd have to remember it, because it's got a specific tune. It is... Oh, it's a good song. I mean, there are a lot... I can sit here and recommend like a whole bunch of songs, like... to people, but, you know, like that. But today we're going to be talking a bit about a character that I haven't really spoken about, and that is Duncan Scarlet. Now, for those of you who do not know who the hell Duncan Scarlet is, well then, strap yourselves in. Make yourself comfortable. Grab yourself a nice hot cup of tea. And get ready. Duncan Scarlet is the failed clone of Duncan 117. During Operation Track the King, which was the operation Oni gave for trying to find what happened to Duncan 117, after he went AWOL, many Spartans keep referring to him as the they refer to him of who his name is origins of, King Duncan I of Scotland. This was a bit of a dumb move, because unfortunately for a lot of Spartans who were sent to track Duncan 117, a lot of Spartan 3s and later Spartan 4s, they wouldn't find Duncan 117. In fact, it was useless. So they did Pinnacle attack, a maneuver that basically allowed them to do a deceitful thing, and that was to construct a full clone of Duncan 117 in his millionaire Mark, in his last armor appearance, which was his Mark V. And, you know, that was okay. So they went and created this clone, but unfortunately, full cloning hasn't really worked in Oni. If you pay attention to Halo: The Fall of Reach, they do mention that they use flash clones, but the flash clones die within a year of children. Well, Duncan 117's flash clone didn't die within the prospective year. In fact, went batshit crazy and attacked the researchers in the Office of Naval Intelligence, which for a lot of people was, for a lot of admirals in Oni, and a lot of scientists in Oni, that was a big red flag, was the fact that this clone, which was told that it would die within a year, hey, welcome back, didn't. And so he eventually was transported on the UNSC, the UNSC Battle of Trafalgar, a reference named after the, of course, British victory at Trafalgar. Unfortunately for everybody on board, Duncan 117 were the clone that became Duncan 1 Scarlet, or Duncan 117's clone, was not happy. Like, how dare you tell me that I am only worthy of a year? I'm gonna do something about it. And he did. As the ship was in transit, the Office of Naval Intelligence basically were not expecting it when the clone went batshit crazy and attacked the crew of the frigate of the ship and killed everyone on it. This meant that a whole bunch of people were now dead. But the worst thing was that Duncan 117, the clone, Duncan's clone, was also gone. Ships all over the Milky Way galaxy and so on tried to look for this missing vessel, to no avail. The ship was gone. Unbeknownst to them, because the ship had tried to enter slip space near a black hole, the black hole had fucked up the whole thing and sent Duncan 117 the surviving crew, of which there was two females, and the ship into an into a pocket dimension, where it crash landed in pre-PC-98 Toho, or Gensokyo, which is the name of the series, the name of the world it was on. This didn't do well, as unfortunately the last two female crew members were hunted down and killed by the enraged clone, and eventually consumed by the clone. The clone would spend over 900 years in its location, prowling around the aging and, quite frankly, destroying ship. It got to the point where the ship was so damaged in certain sections that it was not even classified as a vessel anymore. Well, Duncan didn't care. He was dead. To everyone and everything. He escaped Oni. He had escaped the UNSC. As far as he was concerned, he had earned his freedom. Unfortunately, shit would hit the fan. A deity by the name of the Earth Spirit, who had been locked for, at that point, 100 years by the human population of Gensokyo, wasn't able to, well, do much, but except curse Duncan 117 with infinite life. Duncan, upon finding out that he couldn't die, let out a blood-curdling screech that basically ripped his voice box out, killing him, or killing his voice. Eventually, though, Duncan 117 would calm down and eventually grow into his role as the Guardian, as that's what he was called, and he would protect his ship. Unfortunately for Duncan 117, the two human remains of the females that he had eaten years prior resurfaced, and many people launched an investigation into the area, finding parts of the ship, resulting in sections of his house being destroyed. They managed to remove the entire upper 3 decks before Duncan Scarlet's power was detected by a Shrine Maiden from the Hakuriri Shrine, who told the people to leave the rest of the ship alone because it was something's home. They left the ship, the remaining of the ship, but after scavenging a cargo bay, took some of the vehicles from it. Which, again, pissed off Duncan's clone. Roughly 400 years after the crash landing, you've got PC-98. Well, after the 900 years, PC-98 Toho happens. In it, Scarlet Devil Mansion is then transported out of its time, a version of France, into Gensokyo, on top of Duncan's tomb. At this point, Duncan had been able to be given a spirit guide and a psycho who had actually been warning off people from venturing in. when Scarlet Devil mentioned us, we're exploring the underneath shacks to make sure that Flandre, a 450-year-old vampire female, was still there, they quickly discovered that there was something else here, and they didn't want it to get out. So keeping it locked up was the best bet. Duncan Scarlet would later note this would be the beginning of the end for many things. Anyway, moving onwards. It wouldn't be until another 10 years, after the events of this, that somebody would eventually go down, a fairy maid, and notice that the door was open. She wouldn't make it out alive, and unfortunately would be killed by Duncan Scarlet and eaten by the enraged person, making it damn well known that he was hungry. Hungry for more. More what, you ask? Well, that's the thing no one knows. Duncan Scarlet was, of course, later able to had his room broken into by Marisa, a witch, Pacioli, a librarian, Flandre Scarlet, the vampire girl, and Sequoia Zoya, the head maid of Scarlet Devil Mansion. When they realized what room they were in, all of them stopped when they heard growling from the other side. My friends from the other side. And there they saw red eyes glaring at them. Duncan Scarlet, who we'll be calling Duncan Scarlet from now on, stepped into the light. His damaged, molten white armor, the melted visor that blackened half the face, giving him his red eyes appearance. His fingers had been sharpened into had been worn down to the bone, turning into his, well, thing. For many people, for the girls there, this was far too creepy and unnerving. They didn't want to be there. Oh, no. They wanted to flee. Unfortunately for them, Duncan Scarlet would lead out the most hair-breathing, unnatural scream, which would catch everyone off guard. Nobody knew exactly what to do. As well as you think with a person. Oh, hey, I know what to do. with a lot of things being done and dusted. A lot of people wanted to know what would happen next. Well, Duncan Scarlet chased the young girls. As they all ran, trying to get the hell out of Dodge, Psycho went after Duncan Scarlet to try to stop him from killing them. The Roxy, who was mutated from one of Duncan's old Roxy, a combiner set that I will be eventually trying to build, gave chase and nearly caught up with the enraged person. But unfortunately, like many other people, he was too slow. Eventually, Duncan 117 managed to get out into the daylight where the sudden blinding light caused him to rear back in pain. This caused him to basically swear, moan, complain, bitch, growl, and hiss like an animal at the brightness of the lights. No one was able to keep that well safe. As everybody hid in different areas, floundering under shade, it was Ramilla who stepped forward. Seeing the injured zombie, she began to comment about it, saying, "Oh, poor thing. I do understand that you are in quite a bit of pain." Duncan Scarlet, of course, unable to comprehend English at this point in time. Hisses angrily, unable to form coherent sentences because, unfortunately, his voice box is fucked. Gotta love fucked voice boxes, don't you? Well, for Duncan, many things would happen. Fuck. I need a weapon! What do I have that has ammunition? Shit. Ow. Oof. There. I know for the next time. Blech. Shit. I died. That's our first death, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, that's embarrassing. Yeah, alright, so we know for this time we need to get a better weapon. Ammunition. Oof. Okay, so this is before I threw out the Deathclaw. This is Oh no, is this way before everything else? Yes, it is. Do I have Daddy-O Extreme on me? No, I don't. Alright, cool. Well, we'll go get Daddy-O Extreme. We'll go get the weapons we need. And the ammunition we'll need, definitely. Oof. So anyway, as Ramilla keeps talking to, Duncan Scarlet, she is basically assuring him that, you know, everything's gonna be fine. You're not going to die. Duncan Scarlet, being Duncan Scarlet, is not really particularly believing of her and doesn't really give a shit. To which he then speaks for the first time in a while. His voice is quite raspy, and I'm not going to be able to project it with my own voice, but it's more like, "You don't know the half of it." So as Ramilla is basically going, that catches everyone off guard, even Psycho, because Duncan's only been able to almost predator-like growls. You know, this is the first that people have been able to get a good, well, thing out of him. This is the first time they've actually been able to talk to him and get him speaking. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't last very long, because Duncan Scarlet, being Duncan Scarlet, does end up returning back to the growling. And it's later found out it's Paggioli, who has been quite busy. She's been, as it's stated, quite distracted. She's been investigating the area where he's come from. Well, anyway, so as shit gets the fan, as Duncan Scarlet turns to attack and try to kill Paggioli, Paggioli uses a knockout beam on him, which essentially just ends up putting him into a trance, into a state of where he cannot hurt anyone. And, you know, that causes everyone to stop, and then they basically turn and look at Psycho, and they go, "Alright, start talking," and Psycho basically explains to them who Duncan Scarlet is, what he's doing there. And what they all do is all of the people there, Psycho, Paggioli, Kokoma, Hong Mei Ling, Flattery Scarlet, Ramilla Scarlet, and Sequoia Zoya, all put their hands in some of his blood and put a thing over his chest, which symbolizes magic, which gives him the ability to respawn a lot of things. And for, you know, for Duncan, that's causes him to be very, very cautious for a moment there. He's like, after he's freed, he's kind of just standing there going, doesn't know what the hell to do, because, you know, he was a bit of a dick. He attacked them, and here they are, basically being nice to him, and he's stunned. He's like, "What is game?" They say there is no game, and he doesn't believe them, because for many, many years he has been lied to by Duncan, by a lot of people, only for that, and to which he killed them all. And, you know, everybody's like, "Oh shit," you know, you feel sorry for Duncan, and shit hits the fan for all of them very, very quickly, as you know, everybody's just like, "Oh shit, oh shit, boo." Anyway, as shit hits the fan, you're expecting them to, "Hey, welcome back. Just finishing up a character." So that's awesome. Anyway, we died our first time. Yay, that's our first death. I'm not really too happy about that. So yep, we've now got a whole bunch of stuff on me. Alien plasma pistol, got the energy sword. So we are gonna go shove some stuff into my junk, well, at the moment, my storage chest, because we are going to be getting ourselves some labels here. Artillery smoke grenade, love those things. Like, if you seriously, if you get Fallout 4, and if you can get the, pardon me, the whole thing with the with getting the I'm trying to remember it now. The oh, I needed that actually. With fuck, I forgot that. Yeah, if you do the or something. Yeah, my brain is drawing a blank. Like I had it there for a moment. It was like Minimin. There we go. If you do the Minimin quest line, and you get the amazing you know, beacons. Oh, seriously, do get it. Like it for me. Like the artillery. Oh, that was needed because those artillery pieces, they do a fuck ton of damage. And if you build one in every settlement you're in, like, if you go and do, say, like, let's say, you go and you do it in one area, like, let's say you build, like, 3. Like, let's say in each settlement you build 3 or 4, different settlement areas. Your artillery piece, you will have quite good raider killing ranges and such. And for me, that's just like, that's actually really good. You know, you sit there going, yes. Yes. And for me, that's awesome. Because you get, like, a lot of awesome stuff out of it. And, oh, it's awesome. What next? What next? We got the bomb, and that was good, because we love peace and motherhood. Then China got the bomb, but that's okay, because the balance of power is maintained that way. Who's next? I'll have somewhere. There's a lot of for is you do get some mods. I've got mods on both PlayStation and on Xbox. I haven't actually gone and buy it on Xbox, because there's a Halo mod I've got on there that I'm absolutely in love with. But the big thing I need to do at the moment with Xbox is I need to get an external hard drive for it, because unfortunately, I did have an external hard drive for it. But during the move from House A to House B, the external hard drive got damaged during it, and just nearly killed my brother's computer, who was looking into it for us. And oh, frick me, that one hurt, like. And as I was saying, we had it, and it had a lot of our games on it, including my Ace Combat 7 for me. And myself and Blazeon, who owns the Xbox, we were just like, what the fuck? So we've got flowery dress, female only. Okay, that's it. You know, flowery dress, right? Whatever. And myself and Blazeon, who was a mate of mine, we were terrified that you know, oh fuck, we were like, oh shit, you're kidding me, right? I've got sacrifices. Whoa, 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 what the hell? Bedroom Sanctuary Hills. Fuck your leg. Fudge. Who doesn't like a battle? I do. of Ulysses A. Grant. May not be damaging my fucking crops. I'm gonna be pissed. Yep, they've damaged some of my crops. Have you played DCS? DCS. It's ringing a bell, like, it would be something I played. But, for me at the moment, it doesn't really seem to be, you know, ringing anything, really, to be honest. Have a grenade. If you can give me what that's the abbreviation for, I will let you know if I have played it or not. Fuck! It's a flight sim. Is that Douglas Combat Simulator? Or... I have played a few flight sims. I've actually got one on my PC. Fuck me! I think I've played it? Digital Combat Simulator. No, I haven't played Digital Combat Simulator. I've wanted to. Problem is though, is like, need like a really good, my laptop can only run basics, at the moment. Ooh, look at me. Ow. Oof. Ugh. Hide in the house. Boot. I have got a lot of repair work after me. No, I haven't played DCS, unfortunately. I wanted to, like, there are some games that are like, oh, hey, I want to play this game. But, like, you never get around to doing it because, you know, you kind of sitting there going, how do I fucking do this? Like, as I said, like, before, I've got a pretty just crappy computer at the moment, and it can just run the games I quite like, but it won't be able to run games like that, unfortunately, due to the fact that my computer just ends up sounding like a thing, because I've got Train Simulator, which I absolutely love. I'm actually trying to get a video done for that, a music video, because I've been inspired by something from a YouTube channel called Saint Gloria Gaming. Yes, it is, of course, the very same as, the Girls and Panzer Girls. They are based off that. I think it's actually one person who's running it, these days, because it used to be 4 different people, keyword being used to, but I think they ended up having a falling out or something like that, and that, or some of them got just sick of it, and... oh yeah, it's just like, ooh. Just gonna loot all these goo piles. I gave us 75 levels. $69. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, there are a lot of games that I like, that I haven't actually played. Yeah, like, there's a lot of things I'd like to be able to do, but don't you do what's up. I haven't been lazy. Yeah, I haven't played much Minecraft either lately. I mean, she had to take a break from Minecraft. Mainly just down to the fact that I just keep getting bored of it, and it's just like, oh, really? I've got to go back onto Minecraft, because I've got a lot of work I want to do on one of the worlds I've got on there. At the moment, I'm just seeing, like, is there... because we're going to have to go around. My flashlight. And start gathering up all these dead bodies. Stuff. Yeah, anyway, so... I mean, if there are any other games that you think I'd probably play, do let me know. Because I can tell you for this now, there are quite a few games out there that I haven't actually played. And there are games like I want to play, but again, down to the fact that I don't have enough money at this point in time of my life. Yeah. So I want to become quite popular on Twitch and such like that, so I can start getting like you know, subscriptions and such. But the problem is again, like, a lot of people will not, you know, they don't, like, people won't stick around and like, oh hey, you know, stick around with my content, because I'm actually I've actually at the moment gotten to the point where I can start getting into the affiliated program, but the problem is like, I don't meet all the requirements, unfortunately, because again, it's it is down to the fact that I'm just, people just don't enjoy watching my content, Matt, and I accept that. Like, people don't enjoy watching my content. What do you fucking do? I don't care. I'm not their mother. I'm not forcing them to watch my shit. I'm just, at the end of the day, oh hey, if I get 1 or 2 people who enjoy my shit, I'm like, oh yeah, I've done a good job then. At the end of the day, I've done a good job. And, you know, go to bed and I'll be like, I feel like I did a shit job today. But no. There are days I'll be up and early like, yeah, let's do better than I did yesterday. And that's essentially all you can do with stuff like that, because I mean, not everybody's going to enjoy your content. Not everybody's going to be there to be like, oh, hey, you did a really good job. I'm really loving X series that you're doing. At the end of the day, you can only do what you can do, and if nobody cares, nobody gives a shit. I'll keep doing what I do with the best of my abilities. It's all anybody asks of me. So yes, that'll probably give us a few more levels. 6 more levels, nice. We do need to start getting some of these ones for, mainly because I want to try to get all the weapon upgrades. So the best way to do that is build mode. Ooh, looks like we did lose some stuff over here. Repair you, repair you, repair you. Jeez, repair you. Yeah, I haven't actually progressed in the main quest at the moment. I'm at the moment just taking a bit of a, before I do anything with it. This is my 2nd character I've done, because unfortunately my first character, my first rebirth character, well, unfortunately shit hit the fan, and you know, game becomes corrupted. You can't really do much about the game, and yada fucking yada. Yeah, I also do play modded. I do enjoy modded Fallout. I mean, like, one thing I've often had people go to me, like, bitch about me. It's like, oh, Duncannuva, you know, you really shouldn't be building. Like, you shouldn't play with mods. I'm like, why the fuck not? Who are you? You're not my mother or my father. I don't give a fuck if you think I should play with mods or not. I don't ask for your fucking opinion. Get stuck. Did he go through the building? He went through the building. He went through the building. That didn't cripple him. Fuck. I thought that would have got them stuck. Oh, that did some damage. Actually, because the problem is like with the shit with how shit that weapon is. We use plasma. Plasma is awesome. Unfortunately, like my plasma weapons, I've only got. Become glue. Ooh, radium rifle. Nice. No matter if I do. How many levels are there? Give us 9. Go over there. Sweet caps. So how many levels they give us? 13. So not exactly 3. That's 4. A little bit like the Enclave a bit. Fuck me. Done actually. So, yep. Sweet, we've got the Seth Crackers. We've got 22. Sweet. Alright, you leave. Fair enough. I don't really care if people stay or not. I mean, like I said before, I'm not really forcing people to stay. If you don't want to stay, I'm not going to go, hey, you have to stay. Should I do it? I'm probably going to do a giveaway on YouTube in a bit. We are going to go get animal friends, because I do want to try to get the animal perks, because they do give us a bit of a good boost. Go over there. You're going to die. Mr. Deathclaw, please fall down dead. I don't really care if you wind up there. Anyway, I'm going to talk a bit about something else at the moment, because I have been working on quite a bit of drawings at the moment. Put a different bit of artwork. Stop saying that. If you want to know what they're talking about, find out later. I will probably. There, he's quoting the Princess Bride. He's quoting Inigo Montoya. You know the Inigo Montoya quote. Inigo Montoya, who killed my father. Repeat that. And we got the Defiant Institute pistol, which I'm liking that. We got 4 levels. Oof, not good, not good indeed. Oh, I thought we'd get a bit more levels. I know you can get more levels from stuff like that. We're gonna get you. And then we need Animal Whisperer, which is what we need at the moment. We also do need, what's the other one? Because we've got you. Science. We need science. Where the hell science is? It's probably down. Where is science? Yeah, we need you. So we'll get science now. So we've got a penetrating pool cue. For those of you who know the mobile game Azure Lane, I've been doing quite a bit of work involving that as of recently. And that's down to the fact that I've been making a new... I've given a name to my fiction in New Zealand in my universe I'm making. Not World War II, but their empires crumble after the end of World War One. The New Zealand I've made is called the Iron Cross. For the Azure Lane, it's called Iron Cross. Iron Cross, New Zealand, and they take a bunch of different cues from Germany and Italy, and of course Japan being their closest ally. That's what they do. And raging combat results. Righty then. I'm probably going to end the stream now, so thank you guys so much for tuning into my first YouTube stream in a while. I do apologize I have not been active as much, but thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Duncan, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!